Good morning, optimists. It is Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. And at the particular moment right now, Jerome Powell is testifying before the House. So markets have kind of treaded water a little bit, but there is a red to green move just setting up right now inside of the ES. So let's go ahead and jump on into the chats and see what we got going on. See if we can find some trade opportunities there. We're trading today in Elite Trader Funding 50K and Apex 50K account. All right, here we are. You can see there's a bit of a rejection there at the volume weighted average price. So it's not really a trade yet, just because you can see that it's rejecting off this VWAP here. But we did get this little run up here, this little red to green move. Bounced off of 44.04, came up here to 44.16. It's actually a really huge move right there. $12 move over the course of a few minutes. So I got my alarms we started a little early today. Started about 5 minutes early today. All right, so we're pulling back now to the 200 moving average, which you can see is already pulled back and bounced off of once. Now here's number two. I'm going to join the bid here in 3 contracts, and I'm looking for an exit there at 44.13. I think I joined the bid slightly high in at 12.75, and it's pulling back. Yeah, it's a bit too much of a pullback. Should have waited for the 200 moving average pullback, but I think we'll be okay. We can stick it, keep with it.
Order filled.
All right, so that one's done. That was a quick hundo. I do think this is going to pop all the way up to VWAP, though. I think there was more opportunity left in that. I'm going to grab this little pullback here.
Order filled.
Whoa. Contract dump. $22.70 contracts there in just a few seconds. So that popped to 44.14.50 and the contract dump right there. Let's pull them back up. But that filled me pretty high because I was expecting it to pull up to the VWAP and make another run and attempt at that. I might just take this L. I'm only down about 250 bucks in it right now. And then plus we had that first green trade, so it would just kind of balance it slightly. TTM showing that is anywhere in between that we could dump or pump. So but we got in on the drop like that. I think it's going to go to about 15.25. I'll bump it up to 15. There's a fresh cyan there on the TTM. Tried to take an additional contract, but we did get that one out at 15. I'm glad I bumped it up. That puts the account up at 282 on the day in the new Apex account that we're working on today. I think we can jump looking for 4-tick moves now. A lot of resistance here at this volume weighted average price. We're going to check the 20-second chart and see if we got a moving average crossover here. Nothing yet. On approach. So I'm going to be watching the 20-second chart a little bit more close than the 10. And we're getting some pretty heavy rejections there off of 15. Finding support around 44.12. It's a wide support range though, so that volatility is going to lead to things like contract dumps and contract pumps. And so we're going to try and probably get in on the pumps and avoid the dumps. Right now, I'm waiting for this 5200 crossover though on the 20-second chart. I want to see it there. I was taking a look at oil this morning, and it was ripping off of yesterday's momentum. Yesterday had some pretty huge oil moves. Oil up here at 72.21. So oil up about $1, 1.4% on oil, moving up on the day. Switching back to the ES though, because I think that we're going to get this crossover soon. You can see we found support off that 44.12 area, and now we're ripping back up. A lot of volatility on the day, so be careful. $50 moving and 200 moving are about $1.12 apart.
Order filled.
Took a position on the 200 moving average resistance, but going for 3 and 3. I took that base off the cyan switch there on the TTM, and there we go. We got that. That puts this count up 385 on the day. Probably look to get this count up just above 400 or so, those switch accounts. Now this looks like it's going to be the actual breakout, so we're going to wait for this to maybe grab a pullback if we can.
Order filled.
There's a pullback there. In at 14.50, trying to get out 15 and a quarter.
Order filled.
There we go. We got that. Okay, I'm going to call it good inside of this Apex account here, up 489 on the day there. So I'm going to go ahead and close this Apex account, protect that balance. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you here. So we're going to close that Apex account, protect that balance, up 489 there on the day. And let's pull up Elite Trader Funding. So here we are on ETF. This account's up $1,083 on the week or so. No trades in it yet today. No trades in it yet today. All right, we're getting a slight bit of pullback here on this 10-second volume weighted average price. But I don't think that this little pullback here is going to last. Those pullback things will never last. Looks like we're about to get that 20-second crossover that I've been mentioning. I think we can go for 3 and 5 ticks. 3 contracts, 5 ticks. Pulling back to the 9 moving average and bouncing nicely. It was a nice move right there. Just kind of missed it. All right, I'm going to grab this pullback here. In at 14.75. Looking for an exit at 16. We're on approach for this crossover here on the 22nd. The exit at 16 is right there on volume weighted average price. I'm down slightly in this trade, down about $100. It's a bit more pullback there that I want to see. I definitely could have waited for more of a better entry here, waited for that full cross to actually happen. I think I took it a little anticipatory, which is never good, but it's coming back up. Down about 3 ticks at the moment, 4 ticks. And pulling back up. In profit slightly. Looking for that full pop up there, 16. I think it can do it.
Order
there
filled.
It is. First trade, 5 ticks. I could have definitely got a better entry there, and there was room really for like 12 ticks there. But hey, we'll take 5. Up 175 on the day in the account. I think you pull back to the 9. EMA is in order. Down to about 1475 would be great. So about 3 tick drop, 4 tick drop. Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. I'm gonna take this slight pullback here.
Order filled.
In at 1575, and I'm trying to get out of 17, which is the peak of that candle. Ooh, pull back to that 9, exactly like I said. Damn. Just need to have a little bit more patience. PAY shins. So that entrance there is at 1575. We pull back down to 15 at the moment. I actually don't like this trade. I'm going to try and get out, hopefully with a slight bit of profit if I can. So I'm just going to drop this down to like a single tick, and maybe it'll rip up past it. I don't know, but I don't really like this trade as much. Yesterday, we had a pretty massive comeback. I was down about $900 and pulled it back into a green day. I don't want to have to deal with that today. Okay, this trade's looking a little bit better. Maybe not. I want to see some cyan there. I'm going to put this at 1650 though, which would just be a 3 ticker. Maybe a nice little hundo. 1650 is just a peek through VWAP. Fortunately, I bought really kind of at the VWAP. This pulled all the way back to the 200 moving average. So, I mean, that was like a full 8 tick pullback. A lot of volatility in the day. Hopefully, y'all are being careful. Pulling back here to this 9. It's like too much pullback. I'm gonna have to cut this. Yep. This better be an eagle. I gotta cut that. Pretty big loss on that one. Now that puts me down 362 in the account on the day. Should have just shorted on the VWAP. The day is mildly bearish. I'm not gonna say it's full bearish, but it's kind of bearish. Let's check the longer term charts. Of course, I filled that at the bottom there. It's always frustrating. I think we got room up here though to 20 to 44.20 area. Trying to enter there at 14, just missed it. Now it's just running past me. Son of a gun. Try to get that fill. I guess I didn't need to fill that to kill that trade, but
Order filled.
all right, in again at 15 and a quarter. Going for 17 and a quarter on the exit. I think we're actually going to pop up through VWAP now. The 20-second VWAP, not the 1-minute VWAP. So this is 1675. I definitely didn't need to cut that trade, but I tried to do what was prudent, and I cut it down in there at the bottom, which is very frustrating. Let's tap in 1675, about 2 ticks away from sell. 20-second gets a fresh cyan switch. Nine is above 12. Little bounce there off the 9 EMA. But you got to break this VWAP.
Order filled.
All right, there we go. That took us out of the position. Still down $74 on the day, but that was a 8-tick trade there. It's just unfortunate we lost a little bit more than 8 ticks on this one here. We went from 1575. We filled it at the bottom there, almost just over 12 ticks actually. Pretty large loss. That's a big loss. I'll put this on 4 ticks. 3 and 4 should be plenty valuable. It's pulling back down here to 15 again. 15 seems like a value zone. I'm tempted to buy it up, but you know, when it keeps dropping down this low as it's dropping right now, all the way down there to 1425, you know, it's like it's pretty sketchy to be buying up down there. That is the 50 moving average though, so that area seems reasonable. It's just a lot of sell-off every time we hit VWAP.
Order filled.
Grab 3 contracts at 1475. I'm looking for an exit at 1575. Tapping my sell order.
Order filled.
Sold all of them except 1 contract. Still got 1 contract on.
Order filled.
All right, that one's sold. That puts us back up on the day, $63.54. Our peak of the day is 175, and I think that we're actually gonna pop up through VWAP now. I'll take this. I'll take what I just
Order
said.
filled.
Go for 4 contract or 3 contracts, 4 ticks, and I'm looking to get out of 1675. You can see continued divergence on the 5200. It's kind of sketchy though because the VWAP's been a pretty heavy rejection zone. This is kind of stalling a little bit. As I pull back to the 50 again. Son of a gun. It's going to drop again. So it's the second time I did the same trade where it dropped on the VWAP. I'm gonna need to see a red yellow on this TTM here on the 20-second chart. in order to stay up in this, but I might just cut this where it's at. Yeah, I'm cutting that. Going back and forth. That was a pretty heavy loss on that one. I should have just cut it where it was at. Going back and forth on red and green on the day. That's pretty frustrating. Down 661, and my goal is to profit $400. It's like just enough pullback for me to be like, I gotta cut the position, and then it starts coming back up. It's very frustrating. One of those kind of days. Although 1 minute chart going red on TTM, 9 dipping below 12. This looks like it could actually just straight up pull back. So this might look like a short situation. Raining there, Lakeland. It's been raining all week up here in the Pacific Northwest. The PN dub. So we got some ground to make up again, which is never a fun place to be. Just makes me feel like I need to sweat. Trailing max at 1132 on Elite Trader Funding side. Let's peek in on oil, see what the jam is here. Oil looks like it's almost ready to have a pretty sizable pullback. May already be starting. But that pullback might go down to about the volume weighted average price, I would think. It's about 5 cents away from a downward cross. Might look at shorting oil up here. Kind of already double topped. Not ready to short it yet, but I guess I should have just been ready to short it. Look at that. Dropped pretty heavily just now. Oil is bullish today, though, so I'd have to be careful shorting it. Yeah, glad I didn't short it. Let me say it's actually going to break out.
Order filled.
Took 3 oil contracts at 72.25, trying to get out of 72.30. Tap 28. Tapping 29. There's 29 a bunch of times.
Order
All right,
filled.
there's 30 out on oil. All right, made about 150 bucks area or so, somewhere in that range back on that one. Yeah, still dumping. Glad I cut that trade. Yeah, it's dumping heavily. Top candle, that oil trade. Up there at 30. Got some ground to make up on ETF, but up 489 in Apex today. And the ETF account's up quite well. By the way, if y'all chilling, hanging out, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if y'all trying to earn money in the futures market, make sure you check out Apex, which is usually hooking up pretty huge discounts, or Elite Trader Funding, which is always one of my favorites. Some of the best customer service in the biz. Elite Trader Funding, these guys are pretty awesome, actually. I really like these guys. Their one-step evaluations range anywhere from 10K all the way up to 300K. They got some pretty unique plans, too. You might want to check them out. They got 150K static, or the diamond hands allows you to hold positions overnight. I don't know if any other prop firms allow you to do that. Plus, I have a Discord community, which I really, really like. But yeah, check them out. There's a link in the description for both those, as well as promo code to hook y'all up with some discounts. Okay, oil is getting that push down that I talked about. It's almost at this crossover point on downside. Let's check in on the ES. ES just declining. Making new lows. How could you stoop this low? So we were able to get green and red and green and red through this old zone here. A bunch of rejections off that VWAP. Red-yellow move on the 1 minute side on the ES might look decent. You did top down here, or bottom out rather, at 4403.50. So we may get some ops there. ES putting in pretty large moves, like 12 tick moves through a lot of the day. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity to grab like 4, 5, 6, 7 ticks. Big bounce there on the ES off the bottom at 4403.50, bouncing all the way up to 4407.50. So this is 16 ticks. That's a big bounce. Rejecting off the EMA 35. Nines above 12. We may get a 9, 12, 26 crossover. There's a crossover there, but I'm hesitant to take a trade because of the resistance that you see here at the EMA 35 that's happening. There is a sign and switch though. So we may pop up to this EMA 50. There's up there at, yep, there it goes.
Order filled.
Took a trade off 407.75, trying to get out of 408.50, which is on the EMA 50. And now it's pulling back. Damn it. Right on that trade. I'm going to hold it for a second here. I just want to see if we can break through this 35 and hit up that 50. I took the entrance on the resistance. It's never a good place to be. Just gonna try to lower it to a single tick and see if I can get out with a micro profit. If not, I probably just need to cut this thing. Yeah, I gotta cut it. I'm out.
Order filled.
Down heavily on the day, giving up the vast majority of my profits in Elite Trader Funding. Again, trailing max at 994. Grateful that I protected my profits in Apex, but I really want to actually pass one of these evals. So oil, very volatile. Oil's feels almost too volatile of a trade. No way, dude. The ES ripped? Oh my god. Wow. Man. I can't believe this ripped that high. Hold all the way back. Wow, dude, that's like 20 tick rips. This is crazy. It ripped like 20 seconds after I cut it too.
Order filled.
All right, I'm going for 3 and 7. 7 ticks is what I'm after. I'm looking for 1075 on the exit. I'm in at 09. There's 1025. 2 ticks away.
Order filled.
All right, we just got a 7 ticker and it's pulling up. It's ripping up. Still down 550 on the day, so a lot of work to still do, but it is nice to bring back about 210 or more. I think it's more than that. At 260, 250, that's what we brought back. That pulled all the way up to 12. Well, 1250, but 12 or the moving average was. I do think that we are going to get the trend reversal and that we will get a pretty heavy rip up on the ES. I think that the day will become red to green, but we're just a little ways out from that. This red-yellow move here was just a very heavy move to the upside. And I was just slightly early on that red-yellow. And if I had held that, that would have been a very nice trade. Running up into resistance along the EMA 50 on the 1 minute chart on the ES. Now you can see we're sort of stacking up on the TTM. 9 is below 12. And we're finding some resistance or support, I should say, around the EMA 35 and resistance on the EMA 50. So we're pulling back down now to 409.75. From the 1 minute chart, this looks like a value zone and a decent entry here at 409 area. Let's see what the 20-second chart looks like. Okay, so here's what we're going to be watching out for. So you can see there's a lot of sell-off on the 10, the 20, and just all the way around. What I'm going to be looking out for here is on the 10-second chart, I'm going to be looking for a 5200 cross. And I'm also going to be looking for this red-yellow move here on the TTM for a push back up towards this 200 moving average. Now, the 20-second chart was not quite as diverged. You can see it's a lot closer to the moving average crossover there, and we are on a flag right here down below the VWAP. VWAP's up there at 44.15, so that area is going to be the strong area of resistance. Right now, 11.50 area is going to be a strong area of resistance too because of the 200 moving average there. And so having said all that, There's that bounce off that area. Pretty sure we probably got the red yellow. I missed it while I was explaining myself. And we're getting a push up now. Big rip through. I'm gonna put this on 5 ticks. Try and take a little bit more conservative approach. Slightly, anyway. Today seems like a day to push, though. Just got to make sure that we push smart. Sort of ascending wedge happening here.
Order filled.
All right, in at 13. I think I kind of missed it. A lot of the opportunity was here from 12 on the way up to the VWAP there, but I'm trying to get out of 14.25. There we go. We got that. And we'll let this settle for a second. Down 373 on the day, so I got some work to do to come back. But there is this 10-second moving average crossover on the way. Finding some resistance along the volume-weighted average price up there on the 10-second chart at 44.1375, 44.14 area, and 9 and 12 are both getting above the 200 moving average. That's a really solid sign for some upward bullish momentum. We got this 10 about to cross over, that 5200 about to cross over on the 10-second chart. And looking at the 1 minute, we just got a cyan switch here. So I think we got room up there to 44.20. This looks a little bit like a wedge, but not too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking for a pullback to about 44.1150 area. So I'll probably put in like an 8-tick trade, and I'll put a buy order here at 11.25. Doesn't look like we're gonna pull back that far, but I'll try to be patient with it. That would be a drop of about $3 from where we're currently at. It's a pretty heavy drop, but we've seen them throughout the day. Now I'll cut that. I don't think it's going to happen. Finding some resistance there at 44.15, which I think is the there was something that was a resistance there. Yeah, it's really just the 20-second VWAP. Okay, here's that pullback that I was mentioning.
Order filled.
Took an order at 12.50, trying to get out of 14.50. So I'm looking for another test of the VWAP. Had to opt to get out there with like 5 ticks almost. Trailing's at 1301. Gonna need to see this crossover happen and some buy orders come in here. Got a green hammer. 1350 should have been the order. I went for 8 ticks. I should have gone for 4. This crossover is about 30 cents apart. Watching this closely, EMA 35 is above the 50, currently below the 200 moving average, and slightly below the 50. The 50 and the 200 are very close together. You can see red and yellow here. We gotta get above 44.11 as well. $50 moving average at 1107, 200 at 1144. Looks like it's gonna reject this. $11.07 and 41. That looks a little better. There's a yellow looking a little better. $10.99 and 41. The EMA 35 is dangerously close to that 50. This is a little too much sell-off. Yeah, that sold off way too much. Trying to take swings and should be taking scalps. I gotta cut that. Son of a B.
Order filled.
Massive loss on that one. That's very frustrating because we did have opportunity for a pretty strong trade. But what are you gonna do, right? Failed that crossover there and sold off pretty heavily. $10-second moving average crossover, not very reliable today. So the 20 seconds been a little bit more consistent. I'm gonna try going long
Order
here,
filled.
down towards the bottom. I'm looking for a 12 tick move. So taking a swing, I'm looking for a move up here to 850. Buying a little near the bottom. Kind of rejected there on the EMA 12. Kind of a weird rejection spot there. Nice big spike.
Order filled.
Okay, we were able to grab 12 ticks on that with 3 contracts. I put another, I don't know, 300, 400. Actually, I put about 450 bucks back in our pocket. It's our largest trade of the day, so 300 actually was that last trade, I believe. Wait, that's not it. Weird. It's not actually in my reports yet. That's odd. In any case, to put close to $500 back in our pocket. Big money today, back and forth. Huge contract size, and a lot of these big spikes in contract dumps. So must be very cautious indeed. Oil hanging around 72s. Started to come back a little bit. Oil also very volatile today. About to get a cyan switch on oil here.
Order filled.
Taking a 3
Order
contract
filled.
oil trade. Looking for a move at 724, 725 area. 9's above 12. Not on this 10-second crossover, but there is a cyan switch there. And 9, 12, and 26 crossover. And kind of pulling back off that 200 moving average. Kind of a sketchy zone, I guess, for buying, but I think it'll pop up to 25. 72.25 is the area that I'm looking for this to hit. This hit 23. My exit's at 24.
Order filled.
And ripping up to 29. Okay, down 637 on the day. Still got a long way to go, but that's all right. We're gonna make it there. ES looking like it's starting to find ascending support. There's a little cyan switch on the 20-second chart on the ES. Maybe look for an entry off of 4407 or so.
Order filled.
All right, took an entry off 4407. Looking for an exit at 825. I'm actually gonna reduce that down to 4408. Now I'll do 775. It's 750. There's 775. So that's a 3 ticker. Another $100 back. Down 536.75 on the day. Getting some what looks to be a trend reversal inbound. Again on the ES. ES just going in wave patterns today. Want to see what happened with oil. No crossover yet, but looking like it's on its way. 10-second cross has been kind of weird on oil. A lot of resistance to 72.30. Yeah, oil's too all over the place. Too choppy on oil. Some gradual ascending support here on the ES. You can see it's beginning to higher highs, lower lows. Sort of in a flag pattern. What would be considered to be a bear flag. Since we got it down here at the bottom like the boot. You can see the boot shape. Trying to give you the boot. So down 536, coming back about $700 because we're down over $1,200. But our peak of the day in this account is only 175. My goal is about $400 a day per account. Obviously, the opportunity's been there if we've been able to come back $700. But it's more just a question of being able to take the right trades at the right entries with the right exits. And for the most part, unless I'm buying into a swing, I don't think I should be taking a swing myself, but rather should just be scalping on this like 3 and 5 ticks. 3 contracts, 5 ticks, or maybe even 3 ticks. 3 and 3 is always good. You make about $100 a trade. What up, ZZ? Down 890 today. Sorry to hear that, homie. Super choppy. You are absolutely correct. Damn you, Jerome Powell. So ZZ, so yesterday I was down $916, I think it was. I actually turned it into a green day of green 140. And today we're up 489 in Apex. I already closed down that account to protect it. And Elite Trader Funding, we've been down as much as $1,200, and we've pulled back up around $700. We're down about 530 right now. I'm working on pulling that into a comeback. I'm trying to make about $400 a day per account. Seems pretty reasonable to me. Seems comprehensible. But that's where we're at on the day thus far. Got a little 10-second cyan switch there, but not really worth buying into, just because of all the resistance along the EMA 35 and 50 here. Oil chopping out along that moving average crossover, never getting it. Oil's mad choppy. That's pretty strong support around 72.10 area though. Market here at 72.12. Pretty reasonable support level there. It's just been kind of chopping out between 72.12 and 72.25. Oil up about $1 on the day. Boom, boom. ES just looking super bearish on the day. It's like seemingly a lot of trades. There's a fresh red and yellow on the 1 minute chart. That looks promising. Where can I enter here? Let's see. Throw an entrance off of 750. I don't know if we'll get down that low. Nope. It's just ripping. All right, then let's wow, look at that rip from 44.05 all the way up. $5 rip. That's insane, dude. These are the rips that basically we got to take advantage of. But you see the sell-off before you get there is huge. Like, you've got to essentially find an entry point along here and then try and ride this rip up. I was able to grab one. This was a nice 12 tick trade right here. But these are super challenging to grab today. With the 10-second really being the only indicator of being able to actually grab any of these. 9 above 12 and both of them getting above the 200 moving average. The 5200 are very close. They're about $1 apart. These crossovers have been kind of challenging to work with today, somewhat. Yeah, I totally get that about the daily loss, man. I totally understand. That's how I know I'm good, is that I can come back from a major drawdown. Frankly, I was actually really proud of my trading yesterday. The fact that I could come back from 916 and end the day green $140. Yeah, it's 140. It's not very much. By that point, though, I had decision fatigue. I couldn't trade anymore. But just the fact of pulling it back green made me feel pretty good. I felt very grateful, really, was how I felt. Nice job coming back in the sim, man. Those rips of what got your sim account back. That's what actually pulled me back up about $700 on this. I think that this is gonna get this 5200 crossover here and then rip up to about 4413. But I saw this crossover fail earlier today. I don't want to end up trying to take it preemptively and then ending up on the dump. So, but it looks like he's gonna rip preemptively, which always sucks. They're about 40 cents apart from each other. It's pulling back some. See this area here, the same sort of pattern is what's made me lose money throughout the day. And so, because it keeps looking like it's going to set up for a breakout and then fails and dumps down. And there it is. There's that failure and dump down. That's why I didn't take it. Normally, like, this looks like a normal breakout right here, but this sort of like dump down thing has been happening all day. Where it's just about to put in what looks to be about a breakout, and then Pretty sure this is riding on ascending support though. Also, if we hit around 4405, it looks like a buy because this whole area has been falling down to about 4405 and then bouncing off of it. I think that this one's going to actually bounce though. I could be wrong. Divergence is about 60 cents on the cross. It does look like this one's going to bounce though, I think. I'm not going to buy into the resistance though. Okay, I'll take this this pullback here.
Order filled.
In at 4409, and I'm trying to get out at 1025. But I do actually think that we have room up to probably around 1250. If this crossover actually takes place, it's been sketchopotamus all day. Gonna keep my 5 ticks on. Let's actually tap my sell order. I just need this to jump 2 ticks. There's a cyan switch that looks good. 912 crossover that looks good. All right, down 361.50 on the day. This could be an ascending wedge, so I don't want to buy into it yet. It could just rip up. I don't want to buy into it though because it could just be an ascending wedge. This crossover is very near. I thought we had room up to about 1250, which was what I said. And there's 12. Tap 12 with some sell. A lot of sell off there. I don't know about a lot, but a 4 tick sell off is a pretty reasonable amount. I think people are going to cover here, and this is going to pull this down to probably around 950 or 10. Maybe even as low as 9. But I think from there we'll likely get some nice bounce action and come up and test this VWAP here at 4413. Let's check that VWAP on the so on the 20-second chart, we're actually running into the 200 moving average. And 20-second has this at 4414. I'm gonna put a buy order here at I was gonna say for a 12-tick rip off 950, but it's just started ripping already from 10. Yeah, wow. All right. Checking this on the 1 minute has cyan switch. That's always very significant. And this has room up here to 44.16. So I think 44.15 is going to be that strong line of defense and resistance that has been throughout the day. Let me look for some sell-off to around 44.10 zone. Actually, I think that's too aggressive of sell-off. That type of sell-off would kill this move. Maybe like 1150. All right, 20-second chart, 9 and 12, getting above the 200 moving average is pretty significant. I pulled back to 1175. We were pretty close on the pullback zone. Just kind of missed it. Just picturing what I want to do with this. There was 1150 there. That tapped.
Order filled.
And at 1150, trying to get out at 1275. Ooh, just started with a. Okay.
Order filled.
I got a little nervous there because it started out with that the candle open with the dark blue on the TTM. I was like, yikes. All right, down 186 on the day. still looking for about $500 more in profit to put this account into a positive 400 on the day. We got about 90 cents divergence on the 5200 crossover there. By the way, if y'all chilling, hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Yeah, I said it like that for fun, because that's what I got. Fun. I think it's going to the 200. I think it is too on the 1 minute chart. I agree with your sentiment, ZZ. We pop up the 1 minute chart here. There's a 200 moving average right there, 44.1625, and the VWAP right there about 44.16. We're getting 1 minute pullback now at the moment. So if we get a new 1 minute candle and make a new high, then we'll likely get a nice big rip up here. This pullback here, I don't hate it. Pulling down to 1225. Let's pop the 20-second chart up. I wouldn't mind a little bit more pullback, maybe pull back to about 1125 and just sort of bounce off this sooner moving average would really kind of be ideal. Might go for like, if we get that pullback to about 1075 or 11 area, I might go for about 7 ticks. Like a 3 and 7. Which would be worth 260, 250, put us back into profit on the day. Before fees, of course. I'm not trying to sit here and calculate fees all the time in my head. I don't think we're gonna get that pullback. I think 1225 was the pullback. So just bounced off the 9 moving average. The reason why I didn't take the pullback, though, was really because of the decline in the TTM. A lot of times this will predict a pretty heavy drop before we get it. Also, this 20-second crossover still hasn't happened. It's very close, though. It's about 15 seconds apart, or 15 cents, not seconds. And hitting resistance there at 44.14 on the 20-second VWAP. Right in the 10-second VWAP. And 10-second chart, you can see there's some sell-off inbound here. Gonna look for a red to yellow on the 10-second chart. There's a red to yellow there, but it already pre-ripped. Bounced off 1225. Came up to 1325. Nice little pullback to 1250. All right, I think this is gonna be the buy up, the value zone here. Try to buy in at 12. Did pull back to 11.25 though. Tap my buy order, but no fill.
Order filled.
All right, now we're in at 12. 3 contracts at 12. Trying to get this out at 13.75. Going for 7 ticks here. This peaked up here at 14.25 on this candle. So I think that we got opportunity here. Tap my sell order. No fill. Again, that's always very frustrating. I just wanted to fill the moment it taps it. I'm spoiled. Gonna take this trade off.
Order filled.
Might have more opportunity for more profit there, but taking 4 ticks, 3 contracts, down 48 on the day. I think it'll actually do my trade, but I took it off early because I just wanted to lock in that profit. Gonna look for a 3 and 5. Let's pull back there to about 13.25 zone. We'll join the bid here.
Order filled.
In at 13.25. Looks like I could have got in at 12.75, but I don't hate it. Trying to get out of 14.50. There's a 20-second crossover there. Moving average crossover and a cyan candle on the current candle. Look for this to pull up to that 14.50 spot. There's 14.25. There's 14.50. Tap, no fill. It's just chilling there. 14.50 a couple of times. Again, no fill. There's
Order
the
fill.
sell. Finally got back into profit on the day. 126.78. From being down $1,200 to being up 126, I will take it. That is a lot of trading, man. That's a challenging day. Got in early on the pump. Hell yeah, dude. Good job. On Naz. Naz is pumping. Good job getting in early on the pump. What up, Origin Code? Hey, thank you. It's been a ride this week. Man, yesterday I was down 916 and pulled it up into green 140. Today I was down 1200, pulled it up into green 126, and up 489 in the Apex count as well on the day. This ended up pulling another 8 ticks out. So we definitely could have gone for that full 12. There's this 20-second crossover here. It was looking nice, but you can see this almost looks like an ascending wedge. So we may get some sell-off down to the volume weighted average price at 14. Little flag there. How you doing today, Origin? Mr. Kendall J. You said the Naz is pumping? I might check that out. Oil's been... Oh, oil ripped. Would you look at that? Oil up at 72.60s. Finally broke out of that zone, that 72.30 zone that it was struggling to break. Now that's the 50 moving average. Oil tapping new highs up there at 72.69. Oil loves the number 69. I don't know what is up with oil and 69, but it loves that number. Like, I've taken a lot of trades on oil, petroleum, if you will, at 69, and it seems to consistently like that number. I don't know. Maybe Elon Musk controls it. It's obviously a joke. From Elon's previous tweets and other stuff that he puts out there. Let's see. 22nd looking solid. Up here at 44.17 now. I think that just after coming back $1,200 on this, like I'm a little... need to take a chill pill for a second. I took a pretty fat loss there at $825 earlier. That's really what ended up putting me down. And my largest win on the day was $450. So Accuracy is 80% though. Not bad. Yeah, still down $16 on the day. We're finally getting above the 1 minute volume weighted average price. So I think that's going to be pretty significant. You can see the 9 is now on approach to get above the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. And there it is on this new one here. I'd be looking for a pullback to about 16.25, 44.16, 44.17 area, and then a bounce off that up towards 20. But we do have this flag here above the VWAP, and about $4 away from a upward move on the crossover there. Ended up just pulling up towards 20 anyway. We did have a pullback to about 17.25. So there's 1950. Kind of just missed it. Ran without me. Riding the wave. Enjoying the games. It is a game though, ain't it? It's just a game. I just play it to play it. 44.20 kind of being a little bit of a line in the sand at the moment. Maybe not. Maybe it's just going to rip on past. Maybe it's like, I don't care about none of that. Can't say the markets don't have a bit of a sense of humor. I mean, oil is always finding resistance at 69, and the ES is always finding resistance at 420. Yeah, I mean, what are the odds of that? So that little bull flag there ended up playing out. Now it's looking kind of wedgy. I'm not trying to buy into a wedge. Y'all think a 30-second chart got any value? Give it a shot. Actually, before I do all that, I'm just gonna throw on a let's take a look at a 3-minute chart. That's useful. So we're looking for a 3-minute pullback here. You can see we got resistance up there at 26.25. So really like 44.25 is kind of the next resistance spot. And on this 3-minute, sort of in this wedge pattern. So we really do need a pullback to about 17, like 44.17 area. Let me check the 5. So we just got a fresh cyan switch and fresh crossover on 5. And this is looking at 44.30 area. The 1-minute crossover inbound too. This crossover on the 1-minute side is going to look very strong, I think. I think it'll look really nice. I think 17.75. My guess is 17.75, somewhere in this area, will likely get a bounce up towards 20 again for a little test. I'm going to try and watch this on some of the shorter time frames so that we can gauge this a little bit better. we can see there's a lot of sell-off in the 10-second. Crossovers are pointing to the downside. So we may get more pullback, but I think that this area, this 44.15 to 44.17 area, is going to act as support, and then we'll get a further bounce up towards 20, maybe 25. What do y'all think? It's a game, just don't lose. Ain't that the truth, right? There's that Jay-Z line, man, where he's just like, man, life's a game. I just play it to play it. The market's a game. I just play it to play it. Whoever has the highest score at the end of the day, right? So this bounced off of 1575. Now 15 has been a pretty strong resistance spot on the day. I think that this area here is going to end up being a bounce, and we'll get a push back up towards 20. I think I'm willing to test that theory and try to join the bid here in a 1775. Was hoping to get in a little bit lower, but I'm cool with where I'm at. I'm looking for an exit on 19. I'm looking for a cyan switch here on the 10-second chart. 9's above 12. That's what we want to see. That should have been the breakout there. Looks like this might be the breakout, though. Little fake out there for a second. We'll see if this actually does this breakout. We got the cyan switch. 9 is above 12, but barely. Came back up to break even and slightly above there at 18. Red hammer candle. I don't know about this. 9's below 12 now, and we got a blue on the TTM. So it's really this one's really in between. I think I might have chased this pop. Maybe I'm getting a little overzealous or overconfident. Checking this on the 1 minute. I don't know. I think we got room up to 20, man. I really do, but $5,200 cross is a little far away, but not too bad. Gonna keep an eye on this 20-second chart, which is riding along the EMA 50. So at least we're holding that as support. 9 is below 12, which is below the 35. I'm gonna need to see this 20-second chart get above 1750 and stay above there. We need to get above this line here. 0.8 on TTM. Definitely going to work the better entry. TTM now is 0.6. This is as low as I'm willing to go on this. TTM has 0.6. Moving averages don't look nice. Yeah, I'm out.
Order filled.
Another big L, down 410 on the day. What the hell, man? Back and forth. I should have walked away at 126. That's kind of what the vibe was saying. Gotta listen to them vibes. 10 minutes to 9. So if we get back in green, I'll probably just walk away at that point. Got red on the 1 minute chart. I'm gonna wait for a red to yellow. And we're back below VWAP on 1, which could indicate that we just end up sort of pulling back down on the day, especially with that red TTM, and this happening prior to the cross. Pulling back up. So I cut this at 14.25, and that was like a 10 tick loss. Just pulling back up fairly heavily. That was practically filled at the bottom. I'm gonna check the 10 second. This is on the 10 second 200 moving average. Agreed. Instincts was saying to walk away with that 126 in profit. Didn't do it. Now I'm down 410 again. But sometimes it's the learning of whether or not to trust the instincts, when to trust them. And pretty much you got to trust them all the time, but are you able to listen all the time? That's the challenging part. a green dot on TTM on the 5, but I don't know if it's going to be valuable enough. Because really, this was rejection of the EMA 50 on the 5-minute chart. Just looking for an opportunity. So we're hanging out here at like the 1250s area. Got the trades in me going back to back. 5 seconds left in the on the 3-minute candle. New one brought another blue on the TTM. There's a flash of cyan. What do we got to get above? 1350, 1375. One minute, $1.19 apart. Like I said, the red to yellow on the 1 minute side, I think is going to be the one of the catalysts for the upward push. When that happens, I think a 12 tick trade seems kind of reasonable to go after, which would put us back in green, but kind of a challenging day in terms of my ETF account. Apex was quick and dirty, easy. Straight 489, off like 3 trades and we were done. Stay positive, hold that discipline and frequency of good and progress that I have made. That I shall. I definitely think that I'm a better trader. Well, I know that I'm a better trader at futures over the last year. Substantially, actually. Right now, we're just in the sell-off zone, but I think that we'll get another one of these types of situations right here where it just kept selling off and selling off and selling off. And you can see that this even ended up like this was a terrible trade, a big loss there. The same sort of ascending wedge followed by this big sell-off and sort of like chopping out around this area. And then when we get the yellow, we get... And I think that's exactly what's going to happen again. Because there's that wedge followed by the sell-off and some chop out and more sell-off. Really, it's just waiting for that wedge to happen, which I think is going to be probably somewhere right in here along 4410, 4410.50 area. I could be wrong. It could just dump back down and hit the lows again, but I think, yep, there it is. There it goes.
Order filled.
Join the bin on 13. I joined the bin on the 1 minute chart, which is not normally what I do. And I realized that I kind of went slightly against my own trading style right there. Entrance is at 13, down 2 ticks at the moment. Gonna need to see this pop to really pop to 15. Trailing max at 11.8, 12.64. First thing we need to see is a cyan switch here, or the crossover, one of the two. Let's pop to 14.50 from 11.50, 12 ticks right there. I think a lot of people probably bought into this, and I'm one of them, unfortunately. Down 6 ticks. Couple seconds left in the 1 minute chart. I'm going to check it on the 1 minute chart when it pops. Still yellow, that's what I want to see, and this actually ended up being a 1 minute pullback. And my intended exit is up here at 16. But the 200 moving average is there at 1460, so you have to be a little cautious of that. Check the 20. Coming up to the 22nd volume weighted average price, and cyan switch there, 912 cross on the 22nd chart.
Order filled.
Took one board contract there from 14 to have that one exit at 15.
Order filled.
There we go, a little 4 tick on one contract. I'm gonna take this $100 bucks, and I'm gonna look for another move.
Order filled.
All right, in 3 at 1475. Maybe I should have just kept it on. Trying to get that one out at 1575.
Order filled.
Picked up a 4th at 1425. In 4 contracts, so I'm in slightly heavy. Average is 1468. Try and get them all out at 1575, which it hit 1550 just now.
Order filled.
There we go. They're all out. Now down 18 bucks on the day. So pulled back another 600. I'm really curious. I've made $3,087.50 today. 3,000. And I've lost $28.50. And then you add in the fees, and I'm technically negative. I made over $3,000 today. You gotta ask myself the question, you know, at what point do I start figuring out when to stop taking those trades at L's? My accuracy's good, my profits are good. It's just a matter of taking less of those L trades. 9's above 12. This will probably get a nice little rip here, but some pullback would be preferred, especially because the divergence on the 5200 is pretty large. I just bounced off the 9, quick and dirty. Check the 1. 1 minute is nearing crossover. This crossover is going to be hot. I'm going to put a buy order at 1650. It would require about $1 pullback, just kind of far. There's a 912 cross. Damn.
Order filled.
Join the bid there on this pullback at 1575, 3 contracts, 912 crossover, 912 and 26 crossover on Science Switch, on approach for a 5200 cross. I think this one should be okay. I'm trying to get out of 1875, and if we do, we'll probably call that on the day. There's a 1 minute hammer candle here. I don't want to see this end as a hammer and have the next candle rip up past this. Watching this 1 minute chart here at the moment. CTM's at 1.0. 4 seconds left on this 1 minute candle. Another little pullback off there. I want to see this candle just rip up past 18. And I want to see this candle close above 1750, preferably above 18, if not above 1850. I want to see a 1 minute candle to make a new high. There's 18. Reducing my sell order. Gonna take my profit here.
Order filled.
It might just rip up, but you know what? I'm taking that profit. I'm probably going to walk away here at 157 on the day. 175 was my peak of the day. I frankly just didn't even need to trade past that. I should have just taken that 175 and walked away. Hey, it is what it is. But you know what? We up. It's good. For sure. On the higher quality. I think this is going to rip up. I think that this crossover is about to happen. And I think this is going to cause a lot of rippage. I think that this is going to hit above 44.20. And that's kind of my thoughts, is that 44.20 is going to be a test here that's going to likely happen. Our peak of the day was 175, and we pretty much did it right off the bat. Didn't even need to really keep trading. Took 23 winning trades and 5 losers. Those 5 losers were pretty large, though. We took over $3,200 in profit. There's definitely more that I could be doing in terms of reducing my loss. You can see my average losing trade is 570, or my average winning trade is only 142. So I've got to flip those numbers around. TTM on 1 minute's at 2.4. There's that 5,200 cross about to happen. So I would look for a rip in the next 15 seconds to be my thought process. Maybe the next 30 seconds. So there's that candle ending, pulling back to 1550 and then ripping up to 1650. So 4 ticks on that rip. TTM's at 2.5. There's a 1 minute crossover, which number one tempts me to want to stay. Number two, after trading as heavily as I've had to trade today, taking the types of losses I've taken today, I don't know that I should stick around, because frankly, I've taken 30 plus trades. I took 28 trades on Elite Trader Funding side with an 80% accuracy, but a very high losses. And I took probably 3 trades on Apex for a total of more than 30 trades. So I think I may just walk away with my little $157 in profit and just be grateful for it. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away with it. I think it, I think there's some FOMO in walking away. Just in terms of like looking at the chart. I mean, it looks like there's gonna be another rip off here. I think there's some FOMO in walking away, especially because I've earned over 3,000 in profits, but I've taken over 2,800 in losses. So being as that's the case, I'm gonna just walk away on the day and call it good. Be happy with 150 some odd bucks. Not hitting my profit target of 400, but that's okay. Green is good. Green is what matters, and that's what I want to do. So, so having said all that, there's that pop. That's the pop I was talking about. There's the rip. This is the rip I was going for with this trade. So this pulled back to 1550, ripped up to 17. I think this is going to go up to 20. Take a look at the 3 minute. I'm not going to trade anymore, much as I want to. So, but I think if I kept doing it, it would be just almost reckless at this point. So much love and appreciation, y'all. I will see you tomorrow. If you're not already in the Discord community, jump in there. And say what up. Tell us about your reflection on the day. What'd you do right? What'd you do wrong? Profits, losses, etc. Any of that type of stuff. I've had some losses before that were actually some of the trades that I'm most proud of. Not because I took a loss, but because I was responsible and cut it just when I left. Did it rip? Yeah, I kind of felt like it was going to. It really just had I don't know. It had the setup there. Like I said, 44.20 was where I think this is gonna go. The TTM's at 3.2. Pull back and rip. It had the setup, man. I could tell. That would have been my $400, but it is what it is, man. Now it's on an ascending wedge, so it'll be the backside of the move. As evidenced by the 10-second chart on the sell-off here. It's too bad, though. I'm like, yo, should I stick around? Decisions, right? I'm gonna walk. I just think that's the right thing to do. So yeah, I'll see y'all. Well, we're streaming Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. We didn't stream Monday today because of Juneteenth. Markets were closed. So what do we got on the economic calendar tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's going to be kind of volatile. We've got jobless claims, the U.S. current account, existing home sales. This will be pretty important. We've got another Powell testimony tomorrow. That one's on to the Senate. Leading economic indicators, and then we've got some other lower level Fed people speaking. So tomorrow will probably have some volatility on it. What are treasury yields at? Treasury yields are going down. This was at 5.25 2 weeks ago. Now it's dropping down to 5.17. I think my T-bills are at a combined like 5.2 or something. Oh my gosh, dude. I was so right. Damn. 44.20. That hurts. It hurts. Painful. Damn. I think we have room to 44.30 though. Well, 44.25 here on the 3-minute side. There's that 5,200 cross happen right there, right on the rip. As expected, this is honestly the breakout I was looking for a while. Anyway, y'all, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, y'all. See you in the Discord community as well.